Hi there, Sandra here from the Schwowin's Nest. Thanks for joining me today. I decided to make over this mirror. I haven't had it hanging in my house for probably about 5 years. It's been sitting in the closet. The color's kind of an off-white and old white, which is kind of nice, but I'm moving more towards pure white now with my decor. What I'm using is a DIY chalk paint recipe that I got from another YouTuber, and I'm just using that for my small indoor projects. I'm going to give the mirror a couple of coats. Now you may be wondering, why isn't she taping off the mirror? Well, I didn't want to do that because look at how many pieces there are. I would have had to take a really long time to tape it off, so I'm just going to be really careful around the mirror. After I flipped it over, I realized that I could have unscrewed the whole mirror piece at the back and then it would have made it for easier painting. But no worries, I was just sitting in front of a movie and I just continued to paint while I was watching the movie. So it was no problem. I got it done. Once the mirror was completely dry, I decided to use some black to distress it. And I'm just using a little bit of black DIY chalk paint, dabbing my brush into the paint, dabbing some of it off, and then going over with a really light touch just to bring out all of the details. I wanted to make some type of wreath to go on top of the mirror, so I just grabbed a wire coat hanger. I bent it into a circle that was the right size. I did have some of the wire Dollar Tree forms, but none of them, they were still too big. So I decided just to create my own. And I'm just going to pull apart all of the lamb's ear and start using some hot glue and gluing them right onto the wire form. So being a crafter, sometimes it takes me a little bit of time to figure out how I want to place things. And you're going to see me here putting on a leaf of 3 and then not liking it, pulling it off. And it took me a little while before I actually got into the swing of how I wanted this wreath to look and how I was going to make the most use of all of these leaves. So I did end up starting to just take one at a time and then place them sort of in a crisscross pattern all the way around as the base. And then I'll just add some of the others to fill it in and make it a little more full. But I did want this to be more of a simple wreath. For next to the mirror, I wanted to have something that looked kind of like sconces, but not so much, but with the florals. So I found these 2 cedar planks that I had in my wood stash, and these are just planks that you would use on the barbecue when you're cooking fish or salmon or anything like that. And what I needed to do was just take them outside and give them a good sanding because the backside is really, really rough. Then I just gave them 1 coat of white chalk paint, and this time I was using the Rust-Oleum linen white because I wanted to have a really good coverage. These 2 little mini crates were from a project that didn't turn out, so I decided to repurpose them for this project. I'm going to take the black chalk paint and distress them again because they will be hanging next to the mirror. I'll also do the same thing with the cedar planks. Before I attach the crate to the planks, I wanted to add a backing hook for each of them so it would be easier to hang. So I'm just using these that are left over from other projects. When I buy things at the thrift store and they have these types of hangers that I'm not going to use, I make sure that I keep everything. I'm just taking 2 little nails and I'm just going to bang them in. I'm going to be placing the little crates down at the bottom of the cedar planks, and I'm just going to use some hot glue to apply them because I'm not putting anything heavy on it. I'm just using some styrofoam that I've had hanging around. I ran out of the floral foam, but because this is a crate and I have everything kind of in the white tones, I don't want any of that green foam to be sticking through anyway. So I'm just going to then create a little arrangement with the eucalyptus and some lavender, and then I'm going to recreate it with the second one. I really love how all of these turned out, and they're going to be hanging over my bed in our master bedroom. Thanks again for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, comment, and share. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell to get notified when I upload new content. I really appreciate your support. See you in the next one.